Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and please have some water, friends. Hope you have enjoyed meditation. You're back. So let's, without any delay, let's go into the wisdom part. Today we are going to start a new chapter from the book, The Eternal Validity of the Soul, SETH speaks. And the chapter name is Probabilities, the Nature of Good and Evil and Religious Symbolism. So first, let us try to understand the title. He said about the probabilities, the choices that like, and the nature of good and evil. So he says like in religion, it was mentioned about the duality of good and evil. Like good and or bad. It's like the duality he explains, and he connects with the religion, and he reveals the truth. So what are the myths and why it was told, why the duality being created. So actually, duality is not existing. It's been created. And why it has created. So why the people back days, they have created this duality. Now he starts with the sentence like development unfolds in all directions. So it is related to the soul. So whatever the development we see, that development it's not happening on a straight line. Like in previous chapter, in the last chapter, he said about Seth Master, said about the infinity. Infinity is not about the straight line that is extending, that is extending forever. It's not like never ending. But instead, infinity is like opening in all directions, isn't it? So extending it ways in all directions in 360 degrees, for example, we can say. So it's not a single path, it's not in a single line. So even development of the soul, even the development is happening in all directions, but not in just one way or in one direction. So it is unfolding, that means the soul. So it is like unfolding in all directions. And soul is not, he said that soul is not ascending in a series of stairs, like climbing one stair at a time, and like one stair representing a new and higher point of development. It's not happening. It's not like one step at a time. So soul, how it is standing at the center of itself. So soul is standing at its center of itself, exploring and experiencing, extending its capabilities in all directions at once, involved in issues of creativity. So it is creating in not just one path here. See, like not, so example, say not this life. So as I have chosen this path, this incarnation, I'm going to learn some lessons, and I'm going to experience, isn't it? So experience whatever the lessons I have planned, but not only in this particular life, that at the same time my soul, it's like it is exploring in multi-dimensional way. So that's the reason we, every time we remind to ourselves, we have to remind ourselves that we are multi-dimensional beings. So we are experiencing in different directions, we are developing in different directions, in all directions, say. So in multiple directions. Or so here he says creativity. See, like our consciousness, it places us in that situations that we have to learn that lesson, or we have to experience that. So it creates. So it's just called creation. So soul, it is exploring. It is in a continuous. Soul is like like curiosity. One of the characteristics of the soul is curiosity. It's want to experience. The consciousness wants to experience, right? So it explores. It is extending its capabilities in all directions, involved in issues of creativity, and each one highly legitimate. That means each one is valid. So when I started to understand my own journey, so initially I thought, okay, some experiences, or it's not necessary for me, so it just happened. So I was thinking about past experiences. From the childhood, so maybe this is not needed, this is just happened. But at certain point I understood that each and every experience added is valid. I should not separate, this is good and this is best for me, this helped me and this didn't help. Each and every experience is valid. So the level of our understanding, the present level of understanding is dependent on each and every incident that we have experienced now. The knowledge that we are now, the whatever we are having, like every experience, though it is challenging, or though it is feeling giving us some happiness or good experience, anything that is valid. Each one every experience is valid in our life. So come, if you are having such type of thoughts, so what I had, just come out of that. And that's how I started to respect, I started to know myself. I started to know that, I started to love myself, that yes, because when I have separated these experiences, then I thought, okay, I'm not good at this, I am good at this. So it's like I started to judge myself, I started to criticize myself. And every time I felt like I need to correct this, I need to correct, but nothing. But then at one point when I understood this, there is nothing to correct. So it's an experience that I have in order to understand number 8, I need to go through 6 and 7. So then I can understand number 8, isn't it? So that's what, even our soul, it's like every experience. But when we build that awareness, then we will start to create our reality with awareness. So before, it just happened, so it is keep on creating. In order to increase our frequency, but when we increase our frequency, when we just enhance, build up our frequency with awareness, then we can create our reality with awareness. That's what I understood. So soul, it is not ascending in series of stairs. He says it's not by step. It is soul stands at the center of itself. So what is this word understood? So it is standing at the center of itself. So it is not somewhere, it is not away from itself, it is not away from its own self, but it is standing in itself. Is it? That means all that is in this greater consciousness. We are the specks of that greater consciousness, and that greater consciousness is us at this, like at a macro level. At a micro level we are specks, but at a macro level we are that, isn't it? So it is standing in its place, that means in its place itself. And it is exploring in all directions, right? It is not going to some other place. Okay, understand? So it is not going in some other place, and it is exploring, but it is standing in its own place here, and it is experiencing. So the probable system of reality, so Seth Master says, you know, the one that the soul has chosen. So we have chosen, for example, one of the probable system, this earth planet we have chosen. So this probable system of reality, so whatever we are experiencing here, opens up the nature of the soul. So uh, so we are here to understand about ourselves. We are not here to understand others. Every time we think like, I'm unable to understand why that person is not understanding me. So all these judgment. But here we need to understand that we came here, we have taken birth to know about ourselves, but not to know about others. That's the reason. So we have to focus upon ourselves, not on others. So judging others, commenting other people, or commenting other systems. The system is like this. So it is not the right way. So as we are the soul, we have to build the characteristics of the soul, but not the characteristics of this identity. So until and unless we we will be with our true self, we can't understand it, isn't it? So it should change. So why it is placing in these probable systems, in different probable systems, why it is choosing in different systems, sometimes here on earth, or parallelly in some other direction, some other planet, or in some other consciousness, taking in different form. Taking in different form. I could be in this probable system. I may choose this physical body. In some other probable system, I may choose another body, and that body, in the sense, maybe it's not human. Maybe in some other creature, or some other something that that fits to that probable system, to that system, and the lessons, or the experience that I have chosen. I have means the consciousness has chosen that. So here, the reality, so whatever we are experiencing here, it explains, it opens up the nature of the soul. And one more thing here I need to add. So when in other material, I think I have read that, to know about ourselves, Seth Master says, if you want to know about yourself, if you want to know, the, see, like, about the frequency, or about the level of understanding, or if you want to know about, so you just read the people around you, and you try to know all the experiences that are happening into reality. These will these will no these are the mirror. These are the mirror of the people around us, and all the experiences we have experienced and experiencing. These are the inner reflections of your own self. So in order to understand, if you are not understanding directly about yourself, now try to look at the people around, try to look at the experiences, then you will understand, then you will know your level of understanding, your just your the knowledge or the wisdom that is within, or uh, about the current position, about the current level of ourselves. So that's what Seth Master says. So here, so we should not judge others, we should not focus on others. Instead, we have to focus on ourselves. Now, it should change current religious ideas, he says. So for this reason, that means the soul has to understand about the religion. So for this reason, the nature of good and evil is highly important. So here, that means the contrast. In order to understand itself, the soul need to undergo these different experiences, this contrast. So evil doesn't exist, he says. Evil or bad, something, some say like about the other energies which are not supportive. Okay, so we can say like these energies, they exist, and these energies, they give us trouble or something, we hear from few people. But he says evil doesn't exist. There is nothing like there is nothing like energy which is always which is unsupportive to us. He says like a great example. He says, see, like this is like no separation of good and evil is like saying that an apple has a top, and it must have a bottom as well, isn't it? So if there is starting point, there should be an ending point. So we think like if there is good, there should be an evil as well. But without any understanding, so this is, he says, the apple example, as there is top, there should be a bottom. But without an understanding of the fact that both are portions of the apple, he says, the top bit and the bottom bit belongs to apple, the same apple, isn't it? That means, so whatever the energies, you say like we have segregated, we have separated them into an evil and good. They are from one consciousness itself, isn't it? God doesn't create something which is good, and God, in the sense, the creator, he won't create okay, this is bad, I want to create bad, so I want to create evil, I want to create something good. It doesn't. The creation just happened. So these energies are also, he says, the evil, what you say, they are the part of the greater consciousness, and he says fundamentals. He explains, we go back to our fundamentals. You create reality through your feelings, through your thoughts and mental actions, isn't it? That is the fundamental truth. We have to register this, we have to imprint this line within ourselves, within in our mind, that we are the creators. I have created this through the feelings, through the thoughts and mental actions, isn't it? So some of these are physically materialized, and he is explaining how this evil, how this these the other energies has been created. He is explaining now. So he says these are physically, some of our thoughts are physically materialized here in this planet, isn't it? In this probable system. So what happens the other? We have studied, we know about this, right? In the last chapter, we got to know that we will make the choices, but there are other choices which are valid and which will take the reality in other probable systems, isn't it? So the others are actualized, that means come to the reality in other probable systems. So you are presented with an endless series of choices, he says. At any point, some more or less favorable than others, isn't it? So we choose and we think that they are not favorable to me. These choices are not, it won't fit to me. And at certain point, when it reaches, when the leftovers, when it is reaches certain energy, it will take into reality according to that frequency of that probable system. It may here or in other systems, isn't it? And other systems, where are the other systems existing? In this universe itself, isn't it? So he says you must understand that as long as you believe in an evil, you will create one that is real enough for you and for the others who continue to create him. This we need to understand, friends. He says, as long as we believe, see, like our belief system and the belief system, the same belief system from others as well has been created this evil. See, like each drop, as each drop forms a glass of water, isn't it? Like one person having the same thought, he just puts one drop in that glass. For example, we think that yes, it is existing and something is existing, some energy is existing, which is evil. which is not good. Okay, he drops, and another person comes with the same thought and he adds the another drop. That means like a mass, like a group of these thoughts has been created one energy. And who has created? The humans. So these humans, they have, it's us. So we have created the unnecessary thought, or like the same thought about the evil. This thought has been released. Okay, each person has released, and this released energy became accumulated and has been created with the characteristics what they are thinking, isn't it? So the same thing in the civilizations in the chapter itself, we have understood that these Lumerians, so they have created, they have ignored their own, capabilities due to certain fears, and they have created God with their thought that there should be a person with these abilities, so that he is the helper, so he will help us. That means they have collectively created some greater energy which supports them. And here with the thoughts, with the unnecessary thoughts, some group inside the whole, the existence of humans, so have created some energy with their thought that there is something existing which gives always, which challenges, which gives us challenges, which is always it becomes like hurdle in our journey. So nothing is like that, he says. Seth Master says, as long as you believe, so the belief will become reality. The belief will become into the real existence. So whatever we believe, we are creating that indirectly, isn't it? On the other side, whatever we are believing it, whatever we are thinking about it, we have created certain energies. Now here, who needs to correct? Who needs to think? So we have to think in a positive way. That's the reason we have to be in the positive and think about positive. So we keep on listening to this. If we keep on hearing, if we keep on discussing about these energies, definitely we will attract that frequency. We'll attract that. We will attract certain experiences, and we say like these experiences are the proof that it is existing. Who attracted it? Who has created it? Isn't it? So here he says, no soul is forever ignorant. This we need to, I repeat this line. No soul is forever ignorant. So every soul, it's like it is evolving. We are evolving each and every day with each and every experience, each and experience, each and every minute, we are expanding our consciousness, though we are know or not, though we are conscious about it or not. But we are, everyone, every being on this planet, every being here and everywhere, it is expanding. Each and every minute we are expanding. We are like, developing. So no soul is forever ignorant. So at one point, at one day, or say like at one moment, the soul will understand that we need to know. Here also, we say like we said judge people, or complaint or comment. Why are they like this? Why they are doing in this way? They need to come into the right path. So it's not. So they need certain experiences, and they will definitely will understand the truth. They will come to know the truth at one point. It's their journey. Like, no soul is forever ignorant, and all that is. So all that is, in the sense, here he says, all the energies here, whatever we are discussing, the duality, it is existing. It is from the all that is. That means even that energy belongs to the greater consciousness as well. It is not separate. It didn't emerge from other other system or other from other consciousness. It's from all that is. The hallucination is created. This hallucination is being created out of fear and restrictions. See, this type of duality has been created because of fear and restrictions. If we are stopping someone, if we need to understand this, so if we are having certain fears, or we are going through certain something like which is uncomfortable, we are thinking about that, and because of that energy that is giving me this type of experiences. But no, he says like it's an hallucination, and this hallucination is created out of fear and of restrictions. So men in those times, he says, men in those times could not understand. So why this duality has been created? Now he says, this has been created to understand about the concept of God. Because in those days, in those times, times they could not understand the concept of God without the concept of evil. As to understand the light, we need to experience the dark, isn't it? So then we will get to know that, okay, this is light. In order to understand the light, that means in order to understand the God, they have created something like evil. In order to understand the the characteristics of the God, they have created. So the contrast has been created to further to understand about the good, to understand about the God. The God is nothing but he is not separate, he is not there. To understand about our own self, the compassion, kindness, unconditional love, these are the characteristics of the divine self, isn't it? So in order to understand, the contrast has been created, and with this contrast we will know about the soul, we will know about the true self of us, that is, we are God. Now let me read out this line. So there are then no devils waiting to carry anyone off unless you create them yourself, in which case the power resides in you, not in the mock devils. I repeat, the power resides in you and not in the mock devils, he says. So where is the power existing? In our thought. So if we strongly believe, we create that reality. So this is for today, friends. Let's meet in the next session to understand more about this concept, right? So never ever think about that there are other energies. Okay, don't never go that side. So just be positive, and we are here to we are here to create something great. We are here to know about ourselves, right? So thank you so much. Then, if at all you want to share anything, you can unmute yourself. Sir? Sir? So friends, anyone would like to share? Well, let's end the session. Yeah, Sharmiji, thank you. The music will share. Yes, Lavanyaji.
Good morning, Sharada ji and all masters.
Mm.
Actually, I want to share, creating this fear. I have experienced something during one phase of life, I was watching all horror movies.
Mm.
Out of curiosity and out of excitement, I was watching all horror movies. So that time, after couple of a couple of movies, I started having a lot of fear. You know, like. unnecessary fear, which I was not having earlier before watching those horror movies. And after stopping all those things, I have no such fears. I know, like, I can resonate with what you said, like what you read about it. We create our own fears and we create our own, like something called evil. It's very well we can connect with that. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience, Lavanya. Yes, it's so true. Sir?
Yes. So, very, very wonderful wisdom. As we move on to chapter, here we start to realize the oneness and to realize that don't give away your thoughts, which are very, very powerful, creative energies, thinking about things that are not going to help you to understand yourself. At a particular point of life, yes. At a particular stage of evolution, yes. One has to experience in order to also learn and evolve. However, as you move on to the evolution, like if you are here listening to this, you have to as well creatively understand and become aware of what type of thoughts you're having. To think that which is not existing as existent is again, you are moving away from understanding your own self. So just like the example of the top and the bottom part, it's very beautifully explained, the duality. I always remember Patriji, whenever someone used to speak about, hey, there are, Patri sir, what about the forces that are not helping? He immediately used to cut down and say, hey, there is nothing like that. So very cut short, very straight, very clear, very loud. So why did he say that? It is simply because of the same thing that we are hearing in this chapter. So whenever we think about these things, we have to understand the dual nature of the things as part of the evolution. However, they're non-existent in the reality. So thanks a lot. Looking forward for further wisdom in the upcoming sessions.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for sharing Patri sir's experience. Yes, Usha.
Yeah, just wanted to share one learning that came in from Osho's wisdom yesterday. He was talking about the basic spiritual alchemy. Yeah, the alchemy is something which is transforming a very basic metal into gold, right? That is the basic concept. So, what is the basic spiritual alchemy? He explained it in one word. For example, you spoke about the bottom part of the apple, which are negative emotions, something which we call it as bad, right? So he says that all we need to do in that case is witness anything negative or positive. Okay, and how do we know what is good, bad, negative, positive, growth, not growth? It depends on the outcome of what we are witnessing. So he says that whenever there is any emotion, fear, anger, shame, guilt, anything, I start witnessing it. When after witnessing, if it is disappearing, then it means it is not for you. It is not meant for you. Okay. And in that, when it disappears, the energy is accumulated. And with that accumulated energy, you start creating what is benefit for you. This is about witnessing. And if that, with that witness, if that emotion disappears, then you conserve energy and use that energy for something which is profound. And the second part he says is, if you witness something which is at the top of the apple, like love, you said compassion, love, kindness, much more, right? When you also start witnessing those emotions, they don't disappear. However, they expand. They expand so much to attract the energies which are outside. Okay. And when you begin the session, right, you were talking about the energy as a fuel for creation. This is how we create energy, is what he explains. So it is all about witness, On witnessing, if something disappears, then it is bottom of the apple, and the conservation of energy could happen. And when the witness actually expands what you have, like love, compassion, and everything, there as well you accumulate energy and use that energy as a fuel to create whatever you want. This is what he beautifully explained in that
So beautiful.
wisdom. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Very clear.
Shardaji, namaste. Suresh from Chennai.
Yes, so namaste, Sureshji.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And I had the luck to attend today's class because I could able to, take some permission to attend this class. And thank you so much. This duality and all we learned in different Dvaita and all. Now I feel that this goodness, bad, and good, bad, and all this, they will divinity and all, one and the same, and all created this a new eye opener for me. And now you have greatly presented, and what Ramji also shared us very useful. And thank you so much for your session and your sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All thanks to SETH Master. There is nothing that whatever I have understood, I have shared, but all the material is from SETH Master. So let's all thank SETH Master.
Yeah, I do that, but I do that. I don't know the tree, but I'm happy with my mother who gives the fruits in my hand, cut fruits, like the Shardaji you are giving. So I have to first thank you, and of course I thank Universe, Headmaster, and everyone. But whenever you take a class, it's I just sit like a humble student and listen to that, and many sharing. I taken advantage of using it in my life, and I got the benefit out of it. So I'm out of gratitude. I'm expressing that thanks to you, and once again thanks to all, including, yes, as you said, the Seth Master and the Universe, and all the masters in Beam. I'm extremely happy. I continue to say that I'm so happy with Beam meditation group. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you, Sureshji. So thank you, friends. Then sharings. Let's connect again. Thank you all.